Hey, what's up, Kaijus? It's your boy KaijuKong, aka 2K. God, it's been a long time since I posted. I think the last time I checked, it was the end of February or early March was the last video that I posted on this channel. I've always wanted to post, but life got in the way. And with life, a lot of revelations have happened, personal growth. And that led me to the decision that I made a couple days ago, as you've seen in the thumbnail and the title of this video, that yes, KaijuKong as a channel as you know it is done. There's no longer going to be any video made under the KaijuKong name. But that's a half-truth. I made that title and thumbnail kind of clickbaity so that as many as my subscribers will watch it, so you all get the message. The reason why it's a half-truth is that I'm going to make a big change, and this change is probably the biggest one that I've made so far. Before, since I started in 2020, the only changes that I made to the channel were to the art, to my logo, to the design, to the video editing, la-da-dee-da-da-da. But now the biggest change is that the channel will still exist. That's why it's the half-truth. But the full truth is that the channel will exist under a different name. So yes, KaijuKong will no longer exist. And don't worry, for those of you guys who are still watching my stuff, the old videos, everything under the KaijuKong name would still be there. It's kind of weird. I had to make this decision. I was thinking about it, whether to delete all my previous stuff or whether to create a new channel. I thought it best, for simplicity's sake, so you don't have to find or subscribe to another channel, that I'd still be posting on this channel but rename it. With the name comes the brand, and the brand comes the identity. It's like Coca-Cola, it's like Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton, you expect a certain type of service from the Ritz-Carlton. You expect 5-star service, good luxury atmosphere, luxury ambiance. And all of a sudden, if they change, like they go to if they create another hotel and it's not quite the same, people will kind of think like, oh, this is not a Ritz-Carlton. Exactly. So, Ritz-Carlton is just a baby brand. It's just the chain of the mother brand, which is Marriott. And Marriott creates many different brands, and different brands under the same name have different identities and different ambiance and different way of serving and all that. So it's exactly the same thing. I didn't want to carry on under the same name with its same identity. I wanted to rebrand and recreate the identity. It's a commitment that I've made to actually get on this YouTube thing. So I want to really help you as a big brother. And to really help people, you have to be transparent. You got to be completely authentic and originally yourself. And the first step to that is to stop hiding behind an alias, to actually be myself around you guys. And that starts with my name. Many of you guys, those who are closest to me among you and the subscribers, my real name. My name is not KaijuKong. It's Rocky. That's my real name, Rocky Perez, or even Rocky is a nickname. But I have different names in different parts of the world because that's the way that it is. That's the way that I've functioned ever since. So the first step is to stop hiding behind an alias. I'm going to call myself as it is. So in my videos that are going to proceed from here on, you'll know me by my first name. I'll introduce myself by my first name. So it goes to the next one. What will the name of the next channel be? So of course, in the future, you'll see a video, or probably you'd be recommended a KaijuKong video somewhere with a new channel name, and you might reach out to me and say like, hey, this guy is stealing stuff off of you, and I'm like, no, that's me. It's just a different name. The videos are going to be the same under the Kaiju with it's your boy KaijuKong, but it's going to be a different channel name. So the new channel name, I've thought about it here back and forth, which is why it took a little bit of time, but I settled on the name called Wayfinder for a couple of reasons. The first thing reason why I liked the name Wayfinder was because I was trying to search for a name that really resonated with me. And there was this song that my friend recommended to me called Wayfinder by Kingdom of Giants. Now, I'm a big metalhead. I like rock. I like hardcore rock metal. That's my genre of music. And I know it's like, for those of you who don't know, like somehow, like of all the genres for me personally, rock, metal, it resonates with me because it has a lot of feeling. Sometimes it has a lot of truth in how life is, and it's very poetic. The only downside is they kind of scream, and you can never understand what they're saying. But when you actually look at the lyrics, you're like, wow, that strikes really deep, and it strikes a chord. So Wayfinder, the lyrics stood out because this is what it says in the chorus. Are we blindly searching for meaning of who we are? We are passengers. The roads we take call us home. Life so finite, caught in the headlights, blink and you'll miss it. We are passengers. The roads we take call us home. And that really struck a chord with me, especially with the song and everything, the build up of everything. I liked it. So that name stuck with me. And then when I really thought about it, it resonated with me much more because that's who I am as a person. That's who many of my subscribers are. And that's how all of us in life, we are passengers. And we're kind of like pilgrims, especially if you are a spiritual person, a religious person, you know that this is not our final destination. Life is either a test, life is just a means to an end, basically. This is not the end itself. And that's the mentality that I had ever since, which is why I like to pride myself into thinking that I'm quite detached from any outcome. I want to be rich, because who does not want to be rich? But I only want a comfortable life. I don't want to be a billionaire. I don't want to be, as long as it sustains my family, myself, I'm good with that. I don't necessarily need anything. I don't need too much muscle, because it's kind of like the story of Napoleon. I saw somewhere, I don't know if it's true, but Napoleon on his deathbed made a request, and he said, when I die, let the best doctors in town carry my coffin. And as my coffin is being carried around, tell servants to drop my gold on the ground after me, and then let my hand dangle from the coffin for everyone to see. And it's kind of strange, these three requests, right? But when they asked Napoleon, why exactly did you want to do that? Napoleon said, the reason why I want the best doctors to carry my coffin is that to tell people that the best doctors in the world will not save you from death, will not save you from illness, will not save you from disease, especially the mortal type. Will not save you from death. Death is a constant in life. So yeah, and the coins, the gold, why are they dropped in the ground? Because you never can, the riches and the wealth that you amass in this world, even if you die, you can never take that with you. They go back into the earth. They stay on earth. Your children may inherit it, but it stays on earth. You're never going to take it with you. And the reason why he asked them to dangle his hand out of the coffin is because he wanted to basically tell people that when you're born, you are born empty-handed. You got no possessions. And in death, you'll be empty-handed. You'll not have any possessions. So that's quite a deep story. And, we are all wayfinders here. We find our way. And even in my own life, I'm from the Philippines, but here I am in Portugal, and it's a bit of a zigzag all over the map, but I've been to many countries, the East and the West, and I've observed how different customs are, different cultures are, and you say one thing here, it's fine. You do one thing in another place, it's an insult. So, I know what I'm pretty much talking about. Some people, like a lot of people on YouTube, they say if they give relationship advice or advice on social skills, you have to take note that only applies probably in the West, or that only applies in the US, or that applies only in that culture. In other cultures, something else applies. But this is the thing that I wanted to say. My ideal vision, the reason why I wanted to change this is because from here on out, the channel and the videos that will be produced under this channel, my real audience, and this is something that's like a passion project of mine, is that this channel will be something that I'll show to my son. And probably if I don't have a son, then my grandkids. If ever I'm not around to be with them or to tell them these things. So, by that time, probably the Sigma male thing does not even exist. You tell them Sigma male, they're like, what the hell is a Sigma male? Or probably they're not Sigma males. And they resonate with something else, a different identity. Maybe they're introverts, maybe they're extroverts, right? So the type of lessons that I want to impart on this channel will be something that's more general, more focused, and I think more authentic, because I'm not going to put in all the fancy graphics and all these things. I'm just going to basically sit down and imagine like I'm talking to my future son, my future grandchild. You think I'm going to feed them BS information? Of course not. I care for them. Even if they're not yet born, they just exist in my balls. But you think I'm going to give them BS information? No. So rest assured that everything that I'm going to say to you is going to be like information that is passed down the generations, factual, correct, based on experience. And yeah, it's basically going to be that. Authentic, original, no fluff, no BS, no clickbaity things or whatever, because it's going to be for people that I care about. I care about my future kids, and indirectly also I care about you guys, because, you know, with better men, better people around the world's going to improve the state that it's in right now. We need major change, and, you know, people can say, oh, change this, you should change, change is, I forgot who said it, Mahatma Gandhi or whatever song. If you want change, you gotta be the change first. You know, you change yourself, and people around you will see that you change, so probably they'll step up to the plate and change, or they're gonna hate on you, but that builds a thicker skin on your part. You change, people around you change, the community that you live in changes, the city that you live in changes, the country that you live in changes, then the world will change. So that's it, my friends. I didn't want to make this too long. It's already 20 minutes. This is KaijuKong, aka 2K, signing off for good.